Hi, this is Larry London. It is the Voice of America. We're listening to a brand new song which is called Free, and the song belongs to one of the most beautiful and talented singers on the scene these days. With a brand new album, we welcome Haley Reinhart to the Voice of America.
Thank you so much. That's very sweet of
Well,
you.
I mean it. I wouldn't say it unless I did. You are absolutely gorgeous. The smile, Listen Up is the name of the new album.
You
so
got it.
Congratulations. It comes out in May.
May 22nd. Yep.
Well, we welcome you to D.C. You were telling me how much you liked this area.
I do. There's just something about it. There's a very cool vibe. I mean, every building looks like the White House, and there's just something to that that's really, really fun. And the city seems to be lively, but it's not too crazy. I like it.
And you grew up outside of Chicago?
Right.
And Haley was, on American Idol last year and was one of my favorites, and I was pulling for you. And I didn't get to see the tour show, but I'm looking forward to seeing you when you do go on tour for your new album.
Yes.
Because I know that's going to be crazy. I know it's going to be great. Now, what did it feel like to be on, you had sung jazz most all your life, and there you are on a pop TV show, and you're being judged week after week in front of millions of people. I can't imagine the pressure.
There's a lot of pressure. Thankfully for me, I grew up live performing has always been something huge, a part of my life. So my parents being in a band together, I grew up on classic rock and soul and jazz. So I came into the show and got to put kind of a mesh of all those three things into the songs I chose. So at least I was doing what I wanted to do. But there's always stress, but it was very, very cool.
Now, what's been the highlight for you so far? Because you're out and you're promoting the new album, which is coming out soon. And so far you've met so many different people. And been around, to many different places.
Yeah.
What stands out in your mind so far to this point?
There's been a lot of cool things on different levels. One of the coolest things I most recently have done is the Muhammad Ali's 70th birthday celebration, The Power of Love, and I met so many people. Got to sing Wild Horses with Slash and Miles Kennedy.
Wow.
Hung out in the green room for hours with Quincy Jones and met like Snoop Dogg, Lenny Kravitz, CeeLo, Stevie Wonder. I'm just dropping names here, but it was unbelievable. That's just one of those things that I felt like, I was completely the right place, right time, like supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm. Now, you had done music, obviously, before American Idol. You were singing and jazz and whatnot. What has changed for you since being on American Idol? Now you're a superstar and everybody knows you. And I read somewhere you're the only contestant from last season to have 2 million views on your YouTube videos, and you got 3 standing ovations from the judges on the show. Besides all that great stuff that happened, what else has happened that is different now about you and about your outlook on music than it was before you got in the show?
Oh, outlook on music? Well, as much as I knew who I was before, it was kind of, the show just really made me bring that out and know who I am. And even though I love all these different kinds of genres, I've grown up with it, it was a matter of taking all these things and making making them all have a complete marriage between them. And now I feel like I have my own sound. I can't really put a stamp or a name on it, but it's definitely this retro yet modern sound.
Now, as I mentioned, you did jazz before you went on the show. Did you feel comfortable or out of sorts when they said, here's your songs and here's your choices, and every week was a theme or something, and you had to... it's all about the song choice on that show. So,
right.
Was it an easy fit for you?
You know what? Sometimes it's surprising that I even got as far as I did, simply because I did a lot of tunes that could go over the kids' heads, but lucky enough for me, I just opened some ears, and that's what I think music's all about. That's what I want to do. That's what I've always inspired to do. So I got to do a lot of classic rock, and which I love. So I made sure 99% of the time that song that I was picking is something that I could be proud of later.
Of all the advice you got on the show, and there was a lot thrown around,
yes,
what do you think was the best? What sticks in your mind as the best advice I got for the season you were on?
I will always remember this and always talk about it as the best advice, other than my parents, which always give me great advice. But there's one of my teammates on 19 Entertainment, and he told me, if you don't believe in what you're doing, nobody else around you is. And I mean, I always have this strong belief in myself, whatever it is. I always have faith in what I'm doing, and I wouldn't stop till I got here. But just hearing that, I'm like, I have to translate all this energy, emotion through a lens, through a hard lens, and not just the people right in front of you. So hearing those words really just, brought out the fire in me.
We're going to talk about the new album, Listen Up. I wanted to find out if you still watch American Idol.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going crazy all over, bouncing everywhere.
Really?
No, I'm not going literally crazy.
Yeah,
but
she was bouncing around before we started.
Yeah, I'm on the ceilings. I had a lot of coffee today. No, but I'm all over the place right now, just for promo. But yeah, I've been watching it in the beginning more, and I know who I love, and it's a cool season. I don't know if it's as cool as ours. No, I'm just kidding.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I'm a little biased.
That's
No,
it.
they're great. They're great voices on this year.
Absolutely. Well, you were, as I said off the air, you were certainly at the top of my favorite list.
Thank you.
On the show, you have a very special sound, a very unique sound, and a great voice. And I mean, what's your training? Did you have an instructor, or did you just self-taught, or?
My mother would be the only trainer. She's been singing since she was 14 in clubs when you could actually do that. So she's taught me everything I know. My dad, I grew up, he would scat to me and I'd repeat everything that he does. So, I mean, it's been a house of music. That's pretty much it. I could probably use a little training at some point, but for now, I mean, it's just all home trained.
And you were in a band with your parents.
I mean, they've had a band for 40 years now.
Right, cover band or something.
Yeah, and my parents have been through all different kind of groups, and my dad's still in 4 of them. So I've been singing it with them since I was 7, just getting up on stage, and then I had my own bands throughout high school and college. So yeah.
Haley Reinhart is our guest, and we're going to listen to a song that no one has heard anywhere on the planet.
No,
well, you've heard it, but no one else has heard it. And this is on Listen Up, your debut album coming out in May. Tell us about the song.
This is one of my favorites. It's called Wonderland, and it has a very retro sound to it. It's kind of like an old R&B, Motown feel, and it's a love song. So I think everybody will like it. I hope so.
All right, Haley Reinhart. This is Wonderland on the Voice of America. Stay tuned. Voice of America, it's Wonderland. That's a new song from the album Listen Up. Haley Reinhart is here. The first time anybody's heard that song, and you explained it as a love song, people in love, romance.
It is. It's a wonderland of love. If I can have it, or if any girl, some girl can have it, then you can too.
Oh, slip of the tongue. So now I have to ask, are you in love? Do you have something going on in your life?
I know how to write about love. I can put myself there. I can really put myself anywhere. I like storytelling, that's for sure.
You write a lot of music in your spare time when you get spare time?
Yeah, I wrote the whole album other than Free, which I recorded while I was touring. So yeah, I've been itching to get in the studio, be able to co-write with all these different people.
And how did you, I mean, the writing, how'd you come to the songs that you put on your debut album? Because that's a big decision. This is my first album out there. Songwriters write hundreds of songs. I got to pick 13. How did you choose those?
A big, fast decision. I was speed dating with these producers daily, writing. We'd write a song, walk in, write a song, record it, boom, done. So we did about 30 of those in not even 3 months. And everybody liked the material, and it was quite easy to pick which ones. It was for the last song, I only have room for one more. That's kind of the tossing, turning, golden problem thing. So I'm really, really lucky and happy that that's the way it worked out.
And excellent. May 22nd, a big day. You said off the air, I'm very excited right now.
I'm really getting excited. It's almost here, almost a month away. I showed my friends all the material. They love it. So it's really cool to see and I can't wait to see how it all pans out.
And you had mentioned that you weren't able to tell your friends, so we'll do them right now, that you're going to be at Lollapalooza. That's huge.
Yes,
that's huge in August. You're
the lineup just
that
came out.
Only Idol contestant to perform at that major festival, Lollapalooza.
You got it.
So spotlight shining on Haley Reinhart. There's a lot of pressure on you. A new album, big tours. That's huge. To be 21 and go through all this fame.
that's a great thing.
Has this always been your goal, fame? That's your dream?
I mean, not the actual word fame, but just to be able to get recognition and get somewhere and send out, messages and through music and emotions and have people relate to it. That's always been my dream.
Why did you call the debut album Listen Up?
Well, it ties into, actually now the back cover of the album, which I won't go into too much, but you'll understand. But it's kind of just telling everybody, just to give it a listen. I wanted it to stand out. I got a little exclamation point in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
It doesn't have to be a song on the album. I've grown up with many albums that didn't, that's not the way it happened. So I just figured I wanted to make a statement, be bold about it.
So what is your favorite part of this business so far? Is it the singing? Is it the writing? Is it the performing? What do you like most so far? All the things that you're doing.
I love all of it. But I do love live performance just because I've grown up with that. So I know when I'm even doing the promo with a couple of my bandmates, it's great to be able to perform my original material for the first time ever. And once I get on a tour, just to perform in front of the huge crowds, it's going to be absolutely incredible.
And when do you expect to be able to go overseas so people can see you? You played Montreux in Switzerland, but how about other places around the world for your own album and your own sound? Is that on the calendar? Have you guys been talking about that?
No, I mean it's kind of up in the air. We're seeing who's the right match, and but possibly summer tour.
Wow, that'd be great.
It would be cool, but either way, soon. And we got to go to the Philippines with the Idol tour too. So I'm very much into the overseas. It'll be incredible.
We're on in the Philippines and have many Kampanpangan, many Filipinas and Filipinos listening right now, so I'm sure they love your music. In Africa, in Asia, in Europe, all around the world. Haley Reinhart, that's a name that you're going to be hearing a lot in the days and the months and the years to come. Listen Up is the new album. May 22nd is the big day for you. It's the first day that your album will actually be on the shelves. Where are you going to be and what are you going to be doing on that day? Do you think you're going to go into a CD store just to see?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. I mean, as an artist, to your first album, I would say we got to go to a store and see my CD piled up there on the shelves.
That would be fabulous. I could be anywhere at this point. Don't know yet, but wherever it is, I'm going to be a happy camper.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
and being
for
on the
having
show.
me.
And I know you're busy this weekend. You're here in D.C. You're going to do the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yep.
Which is a huge event here, yeah.
Yeah, too bad we missed the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, they're all gone. We have the festival, but there's no blossoms.
Darn! But everybody seems to be lively, happy, and I'm very excited to be on the float.
And then where do you go from here? After you get off the float, where's your next stop?
Well, we'll be in Florida. Got some things going there. Vegas, back to Florida. A lot of different places.
And if people want to, tweet you, or if they want to become your friend on Facebook, or if they want to follow your career on your website,
feel free. Yeah.
Where's your stuff?
My Twitter handle is my name, so at Haley Reinhart, or you could check out my website, Haley Reinhart, www.HaleyReinhart.com.
And can you spell your name?
Yeah, I think I could
you
do
can,
that. I hope so.
Will you spell your name?
Yes, sir.
Can you? Will you?
HaleyReinhart.
Okay. And that's for the benefit of our international audience around the
Fabulous.
world. So thank you so much again for coming in. The album Listen Up is coming out May 22nd. Make sure you get a copy. This is the Voice of America. I'm Larry London. Stay tuned. There's more music coming up.